Well, the Shriners Hospital announces today it's relocating to Dayton after more than 50 years here in Cincinnati.
I want to show you a map which shows the move. The hospital says one reason behind the decision is fewer kids are getting burned in the United States, and that results in fewer children to care for.
Which is good news, but that means that the hospital also isn't using all of its space. 9 on your side's Paula Suro tells us how the move is impacting employees and the patients. Paula?
Yeah, well, guys, a Shriners spokesperson actually tells me that talks about this transition started over a year ago, not only within the Cincinnati branch, but also within the larger Shriners system as a whole. However, he also tells me that employees found out this morning, right before that news conference that they had, and also families who were treated here, they tell me they found out shortly after.
Zeman's still very conscious of the scars and her burns, but people that get to know her don't care. They love her to death.
Michael Ward started taking care of Zeman Hamid back in 2007.
We took in a 16-year-old Iraqi girl who was burned severely right outside the green zone in Baghdad.
He says 40% of her body was burned, including her face. That's why he turned to Shriners Children's Hospital in Cincinnati. Doctors there cared for Hamid once a week for 3 years.
From the beginning to the end, you couldn't ask for a better care.
So when he found out Wednesday morning that Shriners Cincinnati is moving to Dayton, he had a hard time processing it.
Shriners leaving is going to create a void. Who's going to fill that void? What they do is very unique.
He's not the only person who found out this morning.
Our employees were notified this morning that the memorandum of understanding has been executed. So we gave them the advanced knowledge of knowing what is potentially to come based upon what we believe the path will be.
Mel Bauer, a Shriners spokesman, says the hospital hopes to take as many employees as possible to Dayton. Some Shriners doctors are also employees of Cincinnati Children's Hospital. When asked about layoffs, Bauer says
it's a little premature to talk about who will be impacted and who won't be. We will certainly need the majority of our employees to provide the care that we provide today.
Now, Bauer did say this, of course, will have a strong impact in the Cincinnati community, especially after, as you guys said, having this hospital here for over 50 years. And also, we reached out to Mayor John Cranley and Hamilton County Commissioner Denise Driehaus for comment. They said they still do not have comment because they don't know enough about this to comment on this just yet. But coming up on 9 on your side at 6, we talk a little bit more about this transition and why they're moving specifically from this location to the Dayton one, which is very much smaller. For now, we're live in Corryville. Paula Suro, 9 on your side.